Hey, this is Tomas, your speed reading coach, and in this video I'd like to share with you a few words on pushing through the material. So not always is the material very easy to understand, or I would say even easy to go through. I always urge and recommend to read only what you enjoy, to follow your bliss, and read only the books that you resonate with the most at the moment. And yet perhaps you're a student and you need to finish the school, or you just need to go through a lot of material for the time in your job, and sometimes material that you're not really resonating with, that can be quite boring. So how do you go through it? If it's not really interesting for you to read, how do you still proceed to finish it? Well, there are several things. Number one, we want to be focused, right? And you may ask, how are we able to stay focused if we're not interested in it? Well, first thing is you have to give yourself a mental command saying, okay, this material is difficult, it is tough, but I am going to go through it no matter what. Once you have kind of set your mind on it, okay, it's tough to go through, but I need to go through it, it's much more easy to just sit down with it and finish it. Another thing you can do is also to give yourself a mental command not to reread. So say, I'm not going to reread unless I really need to. That alone can make you read in a much more focused way. So give yourself a mental command, I'm not going to reread this material. And what we do then is also, it's important to take a lot of pauses, because if it's more technical, if it's more something that you need to push through, not just go through lightheartedly, in this way we can also learn to make pauses once in a while, just because if our comprehension is here at 100% in the beginning, it continues to go down and down, and there's no point reading at 10% comprehension at all. So it's rather make a pause here, increase back to full comprehension, and then start again. So another thing is make more pauses, or make pauses once in a while. And final thing is make mental checkpoints. What that is simply whenever you finish going through a page and you're at a new page, ask yourself, is my attention still here? If it's so, if you say yes, then you can continue through the page. Next page, is my attention still here? Yes, continue through the next page. Simply doing so, basically you avoid rereading, and if you do need to reread, the maximum you will reread will be just one page. So that's not that much. Otherwise, you would be going through perhaps several pages back, wondering where you have taken off, at which point you basically have zoned out. So now you can avoid this by simply making a mental checkpoint whenever you're at a new page. So these are some useful techniques to push through the material, and otherwise just stick with it and say, hey, I'm just gonna have to do this for this period of time, and then I can do whatever I want. So thanks for watching, hope this is helpful. And if you'd like to learn more about the course that I just created, simply click here, and the first lesson is free, and start learning how to speed read in a much more advanced way. Thank you.